Okay, so we're undergoing some technical difficulties. Naledi will be back soon. So now it's Tsepe versus Sechaba Khalema. Tsepe Libaja, who's the current national champion, against one of the top 3 rated players in Lesotho. So, I'm not sure what was happening with Sechaba in this match, or maybe opening hit him or something, but he has opted not to castle. And this bishop is at a disadvantage because both diagonals are controlled. And Sechaba lost that when he blundered this pawn. So now it's an active bishop. But it must be some preparation because I'm seeing that he's attacking the bishop. The moment unit runs away, it's going to hit this other bishop. That was a smart move. Hitting here. Hitting the F2 square.
Okay, so my network disappeared.
Yeah, don't worry.
So I guess you already told people who's playing who here.
Yeah. Okay, so the idea here is bishop takes bishop, bishop takes bishop, and then he's got this nice diagonal. Sechaba didn't see it, I'm guessing, or he has opted for this exchange. But again, it works in Tsepe's favor because he controls more squares. Yeah, this is just completely winning for white. And the bishop is gone. So this was some strong chess being played. So you must stay on this diagonal, maybe come here and then try to push so that the king can go forward. Yeah, this was a strong diagonal to control because the king will go back. Now the whole idea was to prevent the king from going backwards, rather force it to go up.
Okay.
Okay, so
Let's just hope
just
my
check
daughter
here
doesn't win.
Hello, Naledi. Okay, Naledi seems to be having network problems again. So that's 1-0 to Tsepe. Okay, game 2. And he's going to give away this other pawn. So takes, and probably some take with the bishop and then some take with the knight. And so normally it's to hit the square, hit the diagonal. That's the whole idea. And also the rook can be able to capture one of these pieces. Most of the pieces are taking this side. So as you can see, these pawns are at a disadvantage. If he was to push, then bishop would just capture. And if he captures back, rook captures rook. So now because this diagonal, okay, that was a smart strategy. So he's castling, opening up the way for the rook. These 2 pawns are weak, especially this one, the one on A6. Technically, the goal would be to hit the
Sorry
knight
about
and
that.
then make sure that this is not protected
My
anymore.
network is a bit unstable.
Oh,
Can you?
I didn't understand that. Huh?
I'm saying my network is a bit unstable.
Okay, it's not a problem.
Okay, this looks winning for Sechaba.
Yeah, Tsepe just blundered the queen. I don't know what was happening.
Ah, that's a good thing.
So this is
That's a
going,
good thing.
and it's basically game of. Uh, so now it's 1-1. So Tsepe has to win 3 matches for him to win a prize.
He has to win 2.
Who?
Tepe. He has to win 2 now.
Oh, yes, I was saying in total, he has to win 3 matches. But I don't think
Oh, yeah, that's
that
true.
easy. Eh? Mm,
No, this one is not easy.
mm,
But who knows? He could surprise us and then actually win.
mhm. Who's playing after you?
Sechaba is still going to be the one to play and then get a challenge from someone else.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so Tsepe's got
Now
had a
we are
great initiative.
just waiting for.
So the wisest move was just to take
Sorry.
the pawn. Now I'm saying Chaba, Tsepe had a great initiative. Then he had blundered this attack at some point in time. And now I think this is safe for Sichab. There's no way to get through into this position.
Okay.
So I feel like the king is like super safe. So just hit that and then move your knight here. Okay, so you don't even have to mind this. The whole goal is to probably get your bishop into play also. Maybe knight here. Again, key squares. Obviously is going to defend this pawn and then you have to go back at some point in time. So the whole goal is to put your pieces in favorable positions. Because you know that it's useless to come here unless if it blunders like that. But otherwise, your opponent will just protect that pawn, protect the pawn, and then push to chase you away at some point in time. So that was another blunder from
Okay.
Tsepe. It was a blunder in a position which had a great initiative. Again, that was just a panic move. If the goal is Tsepe wants to put his knight here, so you just go here and then you're okay. So that was a panic move which totally destroys the position.
After this, we have. I'm not sure who will send the challenge first, but we have other two players who are part of top players. I think Rachel White sending challenge. They want to play Sechaba as well.
Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, so
And again, people are asking if it's possible, if it's allowed to play both Sechaba and
uh,
CM.
okay, we'll see what happens later on.
Okay.
So the whole goal is to get your rook inside here. Like white is in a great was in a great position until this was locked. This is gonna be tight. But I feel like yeah, so they're both locking each other, but this should be over. This should be over with black winning again.
Okay, so if black
Just
wins
did this.
now and then wins again after,
Mm.
then it's safe.
Yeah, there's just the pawns are just too many, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, push a pawn. Pushing pawn would have been wise again. There's no way this knight is gonna come through. You see, he has to maneuver like that. Now it's completely locked.
No, yeah.
There's no way it's going to be able to
There's
go.
no way, yeah.
Again, just push this pawn and then rook here, rook check, those sort of ideas. Or just check the knight and say thank you, good game.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Looks like Sechaba is saving the day again. He just has to win this one, and then
Win or
if he
draw.
wins this one, then we know that, yeah, we know that we are safe.
Hmm. So in this position, normally this is one of those silly positions where the most favorable move is this. Just making sure that the bishop hits and then you hit back. You hit back with the pawn. I mean, it was
Mhm.
transposed into a Sicilian position. It's one of those Sicilian positions.
I always thought that is not quite a good move because of those pawns that are now going to be double.
No, it's actually a great move. Eh? Black could be under immense pressure. It's probably one of the lines which
Oh.
Kuntriga. Kuntriga loves those lines. And the moment when he plays that line, he presses, presses because the
I guess
position the position
I'll just have
left
to study more on this
or not.
on Sicilian because
Mm.
I really don't like people playing that against me. I find it kind of complicated to win
Uh,
against. I just don't like when people play that against me.
yeah, yeah, like that's one of those positions which cramp up everything. Okay, so now, uh, w- White's initiative would have been should have been to hit this knight, okay, because you have to control the light squares, okay. Even right now the
Mm-hmm.
game has completely changed. The goal would have been to put back your bishop and try to hit this side. The goal is to hit your opponent's king if it's vulnerable. If the bishop was there, the dark squared bishop was there, it was going to be okay. Again, that's why I always say people must always look at their position. What did you take from your opponent? What did you take from your opponent? If we're going back into the game, you took a bishop. What was the bishop doing? It wasn't doing much. Okay, it wasn't doing much. It wasn't doing much.
Yeah.
So you must avoid taking weak pieces for your active pieces.
Okay.
Okay, here's a nice fork, and it should be game over. Checkmate in one. So that's good game.
Yay! I was safe today.
Hmm.
Okay. That is on. Yeah. That's safe. That's safe. So one more game left. I don't know if they will try to play or giving up so that other players can win challenges.
Okay. Yeah, but this was a nice matchup. Even though I just feel like
Oh, it looks like we.
huh? So
I'm
Tsepe,
saying it looks like the separate cancelled the rematch or
mm,
whatever was happening.
Okay.
So you
So
must just give other players a chance to play.
okay. So I feel like this was a critical move. Rook take this was a nice move because it completely opened up the king side, making sure this king was vulnerable. Okay, that was a nice
Mm-hmm.
move. Even the knight here, this outposted knight, this was too much. It was hitting everywhere. Okay, and I just feel like the only serious blunder was in this position where probably you should have went here and tried to hit this knight whilst the king was still in the center. Even
Okay.
here in this position, now in this position, your idea should change to, okay, I'm no longer going to hit the knight, rather hit the knight, rather I'm going to try and hit the king side. Because again, since your queen is going into play and stuff like that. But I'm sure I understand his whole idea was to avoid probably a pawn push with the bishop opening up. But with so many pieces, the knight would again transpose into here. Okay, this should have been some of his goals. Here, try to transpose into that. All these ideas would have been great. But again, I'm glad you saw I'm glad you saw this idea. Let me see. Because here again, the whole idea would be the whole idea would be to just attack with your knight. Just change the position of your
Mm-hmm.
knight. Because currently the knight, when we're looking into the position, the knight is causing, so there's the queen side and then there's the king side. Okay. So we like dividing the board into two
Yeah.
sides. So currently the knight is hitting more this side. Okay. It's more based on the queen side. So the whole idea would have been to put it on the king side because your opponent's king is vulnerable. But again, that was a nice match. So what's
Um,
happening? Sechaba went offline.
I told him to get back online
Mm.
because there are two more challenges coming for him. So I don't know. Just go to the account and see if it's back
I am
online.
by the account.
I mean to the profile, not to the game.
So he's playing against Elbed.
I guess who
Elbed.
is it?
No, who is he playing against?
He's playing against not Albert. He's playing against Walter, I think. If he's
Mm.
going to use that account.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But he played some excellent matches, especially against Tsepe. Tsepe is a good blitz player. Eh?
He's not an easy player.
Mm.
That's true.
Especially this blunder. Yeah, this was this must have been painful. Eh? It's forced.
Mhm.
Probably probably just hit the rock. Hit the rock. I'm sure that's the recommended move. Just hit the rook and hope for the best. Okay. So
Yeah.
Motlomolo Junior, 1800.
Oh, he's playing against Motuelo Jr.
Hmm.
Motuelo Jr. is, I'm not sure if it's the brother or the younger brother playing because last time I thought it's the younger brother and then he said no, it's the brother. So it's complicated.
Okay.
But Mutumelo is one of, if it's the brother, he's one of, I think he's in the top 15 rated
Okay.
players.
Okay, I see. So again,
Yeah.
so Sechaba, once you finish this fast, because I'm seeing all the pieces are attacking that side. As you can see, sneaky move where he has got his bishops
Mhm.
hitting the king side. He just said, okay, I want to finish this fast.
Yeah, I guess
Just
so.
hitting everything. Yeah. Okay, so there's no need to analyze this one. I just believe why just had a bad defense. Why just had like a bad defense. Again, these are things which you must look. If
Yeah.
your opponent puts his bishop here and obviously moves his queen here, he's going to attack that side. And now the rooks are coming into play. It's going to push this pawn. It's just some devastating moves, eh?
True.
Push this pawn, and then it should be like it's just a bad position. Take the rook. This should be
And
game.
then there's a free knight.
This should be game
There's
over
a
now.
free rook. I
Probably
know.
rook here again to try and hit again.
The opponent doesn't have a resign button. We need
Yeah,
to get more games fast and
so the first
okay,
mate is
looks like the opponent doesn't want to resign. They're still continuing to play.
the hope for what? A stalemate. Other rook,
Impossible against Sechaba. That's impossible.
checkmate.
Game one gone. Let's see how he does in game two.
Again, he's going with the same mentality. This time I think he wants to exchange the bishops
The
and
bishop,
probably
yeah.
continue the knight. There's so many ideas which you can do. Even just push the pawn again. Push the pawns.
Oh,
So
Sechaba is deciding to play games that he or where he's not castling at all.
yeah,
Nice.
because he
That's
understands his opponent's strength. Most of the times, that's why you see players who berserk. Like they understand their opponent's strength. They're like, but this
ouch.
so just put
That's
your
a
rook here,
painful
exchange queens.
thing.
I like how black is now controlling the open file. But again, you must look at his opponent's
Yeah,
strength.
but I think Sechaba can defend that.
Yeah, now the game is reversing slowly. Because now there's no way you can push this here. See, now it's a completely different story again.
Yeah. I guess I guess Sechaba chose to play bleed because he knows that he's good at it.
You know what?
In fact, we all know that he's good at bleed here.
At what?
Like he's good at playing bleed.
Oh, yeah,
Playing
but
bleed.
okay. But now it's hard here. This rook is going. Oh, the knight.
Oh no, yeah, it is. Okay, he chose to give away the knight instead.
Yeah, but this was I think this was a careless move, like staying in the pin. Even now, he still continues in the pin. Like, yeah, pins are something else, eh? Especially if your opponent just finds that nice little move. Eh? Probably just exchange everything. Just.
If he wins this one, then I guess chess is not for everyone.
Mm. No, you must not underestimate your opponents. Eh? Like people are strong out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's very tough. So the goal is to probably
So
go.
we only have Rita. We only we only have requests for male players. Looks like we don't have female players who want to send requests. Because even male players who want to send requests, they want to play us, and no, it doesn't work like that.
Mm.
You can't be playing males.
Okay, so probably Sechaba's plan is to flag his opponent now. That's what I think.
Yeah, and
But
time too.
mm,
Maybe he's hoping that time will save it.
yeah, it's what he's thinking. Hey, it's now becoming tough. So this is going
Mm.
probably try to move in your king. Yeah, this was that's a that's a nice little smart move. Yeah, now it's going to be critical. You can either decide to chop and then take the pawns with the hopes of getting back on time, of which it always, I mean, it always works. It depending depending on your opponent's strength. So now the idea is to push the pawns. No, that was a blunder. Knight here was going to be GG.
What
Continue on this.
happens next?
Continue. No, just continue here. At some point in time, your opponent to be forced.
Mm.
So it's going to win via flag. We call it a win via flagging.
Oh no,
And
he
then it's GG.
shouldn't have. And then this guy, he was winning this.
It's fine. It's allowed.
Yeah, chess is hard. I know chess is not for all of us.
No, it was time pressure. Otherwise, he was winning.
No, it wasn't time present. He had time and
I
he had
know.
a winning position, but he didn't use it.
Chess is hard.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it is hard, but then this guy, I know. If Sujama wins this one, there's no need to continue.
Okay. Okay. So I think he's having network problems or something. But otherwise, he's
Who?
gotten
The opponent.
Ottoman. Yeah. It's still a nice position for him. I like his position. Just hit the pawn, develop castle. See, the first ideas would have been to castle because now it's becoming tough again for him. Like it's a matter of following chess principles. Just make sure your king is safe. If your king is in the center, it's a lot of problems.
Mm.
So the whole goal is to disrupt this rook from to move away from protecting this, so that you can be able to hit it at some point in time.
Okay.
Mm. So now again, central control. As we say, center control is one of those important factors. Oh, look at this. Take and then get yourself an exchanger position. But again, this bishop is still a factor in the game, and these pawns can cause some havoc.
Only if the person playing that position is good.
Yeah, but it's still tough. Yeah? We
Because
cannot
some,
we cannot, like in this position, we cannot say who's ahead because it's a tough position with Black having this
Yeah.
strong pawn. This pawn is strong, super strong, and it's supported by this bishop.
Mm-hmm.
It's trying to sneak in some.
Yeah.
Again, the bishop goes there. Bishop. If he tries to chop, if he tries to check, you just exchange the queens. You're still in a good position. Now you'll be in a great position. Just because your opponent
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have initiative. Hmm. So- okay, let's see how this turns out. Again, Sechaba has to open a window now because
Yeah, he was hoping. I think the opponent was hoping that he gets a back rank. Oh no.
oh, you're trying to sneak in another you're trying to sneak in
Yeah.
another mate, and it backfired.
No, chess is hard, guys.
It's super hard. By that time you think you're winning, but your opponent just got a better move. You just blunder.
Yeah. Okay, this was right again. So funny.
Chop
Yes,
pawn,
chess is
chop another
slow.
pawn,
Some
and then
people.
even that. You see now it's just a that was, like that's always one of the most painful things, when your opponent takes a weaker piece just because he's winning. So it's been
Mhm.
3 games already.
Yeah, it's a win for Sechaba, and then there's no need to continue because now the opponent is just playing the same move, hoping for I don't know what.
Or he's probably hoping for some kind of compensation, like a like a stalemate.
So made it
Mm. So that's one more
won't
opponent for
happen.
Sechaba left, right?
Yes,
Okay.
Uh, and I think he was watching World Cup.
Oh yeah, he
He's
is.
the one who has to stand the challenge. Yeah.
Okay, but this Motlomelo Junior, he tried. At some point in time, he was having like winning position.
Yeah, 2 games he had winning positions, but he just
Mm. He just
couldn't
blundered.
maintain them.
Mm.
Even when he was pieces up and
Mm.
I mean friends up also. Okay, let's see. Someone from Botswana wants to send a challenge to Sechaba. I'm not sure if that's allowed,
You're the one who made the rules.
but there won't be a prize for that. I guess just to entertain viewers.
Is it? Okay, you can do that then. If Sechaba allows it.
Okay, let me just type that.
Okay. I'll just pause this and then we'll continue and okay, so
I don't think that is necessary since this is a stream. So now we have a challenge from Botswana.
Kobe, Mr. Kobe.
Yeah, that's Kobe from that's Kobe from Botswana. Let's see how he plays. If you will play better and be the first to win, I don't know.
He was having a nice position. I don't know why, but
True.
I usually like such positions for uh I usually like such positions for black because of these ideas where you just you just eating this.
Mm.
Mm. probably try. This is like a positional game. So positional games, you have to you have to try like some unique moves in order to win. Again, you notice that it's a positional game from such a pawn structure where you've got three pawn islands. Okay, this is one pawn island, another one, third one. But this one it's sort of like a dysfunctional pawn island.
Okay.
So the idea would be chop. It takes with the pawn and then you try to hit here this diagonal. And if it hits with that, then you, okay, that's a better move. But again, you have to try and hit this pawn. That was a weak pawn. So the doubled pawns, one has fallen, but now he's going to get his pawn back.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way you can try to block it from moving out. Ideas like these, they don't work because of this pawn push. So the knight will probably go out in this direction. Probably try to get out in this direction. Again, you have to make sure that you avoid this bishop. So in this position, it's kind of tough. Okay, there, and then you're just gaining a pawn again. Oh no, that's my blunder. Push pawn. Should have been push pawn because the queen was the pawn was like there's just a pin in that direction in that position. So right now we're not looking at this position, even though black is okay, like black is in a losing position. We can say that because of this bishop. The bishop is far much stronger than the knight in this position. But again, it depends on who's using it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Oh no, there's a pin coming. I mean the fox.
it doesn't work because this happened.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. I didn't even see that
Yeah,
the
like
king is closer to the.
mm, it's just blind after blind in this position. This is a strong move, and then you just push your pawn. That was this was a stronger move. Move your king closer, and then you push your pawn, knowing that it's safe. You can just go anywhere at once. But again, this is still winning for okay. It's no longer winning because there's no way you can protect this pawn. That's why again the king was essential here to protect your pawn, so that even if your bishop is distracted, you're still okay. So this will essentially be a draw. It's technically going to be a draw because there's no way this king can go around to try and catch that. There's no way. So at some point in time, he has to sack the bishop. You understand? Do you
Yeah,
understand?
I can
Okay.
see that.
So the bishop will be sacked.
Yes, I can understand.
The bishop will be sacked for one of the pawns, and then it's just a draw. But otherwise,
Yeah,
white had the winning position. If you had just moved this king
true.
closer. Mm.
True. Let's see what happens on the second game.
Mm. Okay, this structure, like as I said before, like technically you have to be brave to be playing such because your pieces are dysfunctional. Okay, they're all dysfunctional. There's no opening theory being implicated. So because of these dysfunctional pieces, uh Black should have been making an initiative to try and attack his opponent's king side because all these pieces they won't be there to save his opponent. But again, you see, when you're scared of your opponent, anything is possible. Understand? So he was just waiting also because he saw his opponent waiting, then he also waited. But otherwise, at some point in time, he had the
Yeah.
advantage. So the goal
Ah,
should.
but at least this one is fighting.
Hmm? And you fought the first
I'm
game. The
saying this
second,
one is fighting.
you fought the first game. The second game,
Oh, the second he wasn't.
nah, the second game, this way, like Sicilian is very annoying if you don't develop properly. It's very annoying if you don't
Yeah.
develop properly. Because now, like it's just tough, yeah. Just move your rook backwards. It's still okay in this diagonal. And then again, your bishop should be coming into play to try and hit this side. Probably a bishop check here. Bishop check was much better. Bishop check, and then you check with your king here. Oh, that should have been a mate, actually.
The queen.
That should have been a checkmate.
Yeah, but it should. I mean, he didn't say that.
Hmm. This is
As long as the
push pawn. Push pawn cause havoc. Push pawn. If he pushes pawn, then your queen comes in and checks. That should have been okay. That should be a check. But again, you'll be hitting this pawn with the bishop coming in. So many critical moves which are missed.
in all these games, we have seen so many players having good positions, but no one being able to maintain them.
Hmm. I think that's the problem.
That's when chess is really difficult.
Okay, so this is game over now. Again,
Yeah.
it was I believe it was a critical error in the opening here. This e6 move, the e6 move. You should have played e5. Just look up the position because with Sicilian you have to look up the position instead of leaving it open. Look it up until your king is safe.
How many games have they played so far? 3 games.
3 games, and it's one half each. So technically, the winner is it the person who wins here wins.
No. Of course, I have to win like the last 2 games even for
Mhm.
us to really say he has won.
Okay.
Yeah. But if Sechaba wins, then the win comes to us, not him, not goal.
Okay. Okay, this is a more open game, eh? Now it depends on who understands this position, who understands these pieces more, or who understands the position more. Because they all have got like some deadly bishops, deadly lead squared bishops. Okay,
Yeah.
which is giving us a nice little matchup. Technically, I would personally want to exchange, hiding the fact that I'm just trying to develop my knight. And if he runs away, then I develop it the other side. So the goal would be just queen back, try to look for an exchange. If the exchange occurs, eish, it's just a blunder.
How is that a blunder?
The blunder
Who
for black.
blundered?
Black.
Oh,
The queen and bishop is it. So
oh, now okay,
mm,
I see that. I wasn't focused.
okay. Okay. So there's no way that Kobe can win now, no?
Yeah. So this is a win for Sechaba then.
Mm.
So
So we're waiting for Walter now. Walter must just send a 3 minutes challenge. Okay, can you please tell them to start then? Walter and
wait,
Sechaba.
what's happening?
No, the match is over. Remember, there's no way that Kobe can win.
Okay. So now Sechaba has to accept another player.
Mm. That's the last matchup, right?
While we wait, can you just pause this? Can you just take a break?
Okay, so the last matchup for Sechaba is against Walter. Who is it? Walter Okas or who? Do you know Walter Okas?
Do I know him?
Mm.
Yes, that's. I'm not sure what number he is rating wise, but he's one of. I think he's 1500.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yes, 1500 video rating.
Okay.
15, yeah.
So
Oh, that's his name. That's Kemuhele Kweke.
okay. Again, I feel like Sechaba should just go all in because Black has a bad position, useless knight, which cannot go back home. By the time he tries to develop this knight, it will be late. So the whole goal is to hit this side. Hit it. Throw in another pawn and hit. This will be
Yeah.
brave, but it's the wisest move. Throw in the pawn. If that happens, then still your rook is into play.
But obviously, I don't think right now he wants to take the risk because the person he's playing he can be quite strong sometimes, or
Mhm.
not, yeah, he can play well sometimes.
Yeah, but this is a completely winning position for him. Even with the pawn push afterwards to open up for the bishop. I mean, all these like he has got a pretty comfortable position. Okay, it's a very nice position where he's just doing whatever which he wants to do. Because now this is heat. It should be losing. Should be losing for black.
Mm.
Again with the idea of just pushing the pawn again. Just push it again. If this happens, then you're taking. Or if he wants to play the safe way again, like this was probably my elective move. It's one of the things which I would have played. Just giving my opponent the pawn. Uh, just giving him a pawn. If he takes you the bishop, I'm pushing again, opening up the position. And again, in this
Mm-hmm.
situation where if I give you the pawn, you take, I take. You cannot take back with the bishop because the queen will just eat. So it's a critical square. He's thinking about it. He's hesitating, I think.
Yeah, he's not sure if it will really save him or what. Okay, okay.
Another critical position where black should play for queen g5.
I'm sorry, these people are disturbing me. Okay, I'm back.
Critical position, queen g5. The way Sechaba is playing slowly, I feel like he saw the game.
Is it? No, he cannot do that.
He's losing on time.
He can't do that to us. I think he got
Queen,
lost in the game,
queen check,
not
queen
knowing
queen
what he
check.
should.
Queen check was critical, and then just push your pawn.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, but king there, push pawn
Mhm.
again. All these critical moves. Who knows?
Shaba ran away. Oh,
Nice, yeah.
if he ran away,
This is yes.
I would chop.
Okay, this is a very like it's a conserved position where no one is really making an initiative into attacking.
Yeah, one is just waiting for the other one to make it.
Mm. Again, now to be like against someone who's like a 2000, the whole idea would be to just attack because like to hold the position, it's very hard for them. You have to understand the moves that okay, I can just start attacking, even though it's for beginners. I don't recommend it For beginners, just play solid moves. but 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 for someone like Sechaba, who's like 2200 versus 2000, you should be making some strong initiatives to just attack.
Players like me cannot play.
Mm.
I'm still a beginner.
No, yeah, okay, we can call it like that, but
I'm even weak for a beginner. Is that what you're saying?
no, not saying something like that. Okay, so again, another blunder. Sechaba shouldn't have just taken away his knight. This knight was very critical. Now look at how White has got this beautiful feature attack. This bishop is very strong, especially in the long run. Hit there. Now, if he tries this, you just take in. This bishop is very weak. Understand? So now the momentum is changed. Now it's in White's favor. This is just a completely like it's a winning game for White.
Teacher, I tired of what's happening.
So the game. It's all we can say. Because some of these moves you wouldn't expect them from him. Okay, that's a nice move to try and go in. Take with bishop. If he takes here, you're just going in. You're just going in. And if you try something funny like this, then bishop up. Oh, you cannot do that. Yeah, even I was going to lose here. Just king up.
Yeah.
Another move which doesn't make sense. Just king up was safe. I don't know why he would play that. If I played king up, everything was going to be safe with the threat of mating. And now it's just completely lost for him.
And then if he loses this one, this person has 2 games won.
One more to go.
And if he wins the third one, yeah.
Yeah, you are losing, man.
Yeah.
You trusted your host to win. Look at him now.
No, I trust my house.
One of the pieces is going.
And then time.
Now it's just game off. Well, let's see. Okay, so it looks like we might be having network problems for water.
Let's just see if time will save us. Oh no.
And why is Sechaba thinking? I mean, he's winning on time.
yo now.
Okay, it's a lost game.
This is painful. This is very painful. Sechaba loses to this person after winning to Lebaja. Yo, I can't even watch this one. Tell me what happened.
No, no, you have to analyze the match. What do you mean you can't watch?
Oh, I can't watch. Yeah, no. He must be tired now. He has played too many players. Mm.
Okay. So it's another nice position for him. It's almost similar to the one before.
Yeah.
Again, this time he can have ideas of saking knight there. And now he's closing for his queen. Okay, or maybe he's got the idea of hitting there again. But even in the last match, I was hesitant on that square. So it's almost identical to the last match where Sechaba is having like an advantage in the opening, but he's just hesitating to just attack. Because normally such a defense doesn't work. It doesn't work, especially if all your opponent's pieces are hitting there. There's too many pieces hitting that side. Understand? There's just too many pieces. All of them they're just hitting that side. So such a defense would have to fall at some point in time. Now the idea is to try to be a bit sneaky. Just try to be sneaky. Act as if you're protecting the pawn, but actually you're just trying to make sure the queen doesn't have any squares. Again, same idea. If he's trying to take, you're just hitting him again.
Yeah. I'm getting a bit tired.
Because now black can hit that pawn. Aish, now it's problems. Heaven. Just bishop there, and the queen is going. The queen was totally blocked.
He didn't.
So again, the advantage is turned. Now it's black who's totally winning because there's got so many.
Unless
There's so many ideas. Like
can Sechaba play the bishop on e4
or not. E4.
on e4
Yeah, just exchange.
e4.
Yeah, but from the position which he had, now it's just, yeah, probably even now you can still play bishop on e4 and just exchange and then probably run away with this king with the hopes that all his pieces will go that side. Okay, I like this move. I like it. Just take now. That was a nice move
How? Can you please explain that?
because it's opening up the position and the king is vulnerable now. Okay, so the king is vulnerable to attacks. For example, in this position, the whole goal is to make sure that your queen ends up there somehow. Hey, and it's blundering again. So in this position, okay, we'll analyze the position after. But again, Walter takes this game.
Yeah. Eh, I must take this one. If you lose this, then it's gone.
Take. Okay, Walter is trying to exchange everything. Because obviously Queen is going in next. It's just trying to be creative. So hey, that's a critical. That's a nice move. Okay, Bishop here, probably. Hmm. Okay, that's good game. The match is over. There's no way to defend this one. Okay, so that's three. Congrats
Ah,
to Walter for being the first
yes,
winner.
confess to
So he gets
he
himself
wins the first one.
a 50, a nice 50 maluti forward. So in this position, this after this, okay. So it means they've initiated a nice attack on the king. Now the goal is to continue that attack. Now it's either you go with knight here to make sure that your knight is hitting here, because obviously you want to make sure your queen is hitting there. So your opponent will probably try moves like this, and then uh the idea is to go this side. So continue, keep on the attack with the pieces. That's why this move was a critical error, because it's just allowing your opponent to go back inside, and then you don't have any attack. Okay, but the moment when you play moves like this, that's why you have an attack continuing. This bishop, normally, the best thing to do, bishops are not like pawns. Bishops are long term, long distance attackers. Okay, they're like snipers. So there's no point in moving your bishop here, because now it's vulnerable to attacks, because it's within your opponent's space. So just keeping your bishop here is still okay there. So try to develop other pieces. For example, this knight is it. So move it out of the way. Okay. That's why they say things like
Okay.
never attack whilst you're under attack. So you was attacking whilst you was under attack. So first you have to make sure the knight is safe. How do you make sure the knight is safe? Move it there. There's no point in just initiating an attack whilst you know that okay, there's no long term plan. Because after this, there's nothing to do. You understand? So rather create your attack first, build it up. There's no point in just rushing. Build it up first. Okay. But those were nice games by Walter. Some of them were very critical, but I believe in some of these positions, especially here, this was, even though this was a blunder from both sides blundered in this position, because Black could have hit this, and then his queen was okay, because you cannot hit back since there's a rook pinning the queen. So here, just bishop here, and the queen doesn't have any squares to move to. It doesn't have any squares to move to. Okay, so it's forced into that corner again. Do you see that? So now the moment when it goes into the corner, into the corner, the bishop goes here. So now it's hitting, and there's no way the queen can go to after it's hitting here. There's no way, and then the queen is just
Yeah.
trapped. It's just good game. So these are some of the things which I missed in this game, but otherwise it was a good matchup.
Yeah, that's true.
You still in
Well,
case?
I think all challenges for Sechaba are finished now. So let's just go and check on challenges on CM Jungle Labo and check whether he's also available to
Okay.
play. Yeah.